The fight between Vegeta and Moro is coming in Dragon Ball Super Chapter 61. And I want to go over the released, pre-finished, or unfinished sketches, images from Toyotaro that preview Dragon Ball Super Chapter 61, which some are saying is going to be an extra large issue. It's going to be like a bigger issue, a bigger chapter this month. I don't know for certain if that's going to be the case, how many more pages it'll have, but that is the scuttlebutt. Now, if you want to go into it without knowing anything, this is not the video for you, but we're going to get into some stuff here. I don't have detailed spoilers yet, but I'll be bringing these to you with translations in the coming next days. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you are given the notification when I get full, complete information about what's going to happen in this manga chapter. Okay, or at least what I am given. You know, I might make multiple videos on that, just depends. Also, earlier today, I did a video discussing a possible theory that one of my subscribers had about Vegeta possibly tapping into elemental powers. Yeah, it's kind of like the Avatar thing. Naruto stuff thrown in there as well. It was a really fun discussion that we had. Check that out. I will leave a link at the end of this video for y'all to check that video out because I think you'll be digging that idea. At least I hope you do. And if not, that's okay too. But I enjoyed it. So now, before we dive into these sketches, I want to say that this month's manga chapter is going to be coming out early. It's going to be on the 18th of June, not the 20th. The manga usually comes out on the 20th in the West, 19th in Japan, but it will be on the 18th this month. I'm not really sure why. I kind of asked around and nobody really gave me an answer. Not sure if it's some kind of, holiday or if it's because of COVID. I really do not know. I know that COVID has heavily affected the anime production of anime shows when it comes to voice acting and things like that, and kind of, the production of shows. So I covered that in a recent video I did about Dragon Ball Super, the anime. It's my last video I'm doing on the anime for DBS until we have an actual announcement. So you're not going to get any more videos on that anytime soon. That's the last one as far as unless we find something out, like I said. But that's going to be the last one. That's it. No need to ask about the anime coming back until we know, because Japan itself is struggling and just now kind of coming back from it like the rest of the world is. So, of course, like I always say, to take care of yourself and each other, and I mean that. So let's go ahead and get into it, okay? Vegeta versus Moro, all right? This first shot right here, I'm digging it. Vegeta, I'm getting vibes of, and maybe I'm wrong, but I'm getting like a combination of Vegeta and Resurrection F when he first showed off Blue to Frieza, as well as maybe Super Vegeta versus Second Form Cell. Where Vegeta here, I mean, I love the shot here. Vegeta with the big right hook to the gut. It's not quite like the uppercut he hit, Second Form Cell with that awesome uppercut, but it's still pretty good there. Moro looks like he is indeed feeling that punch. So, this whole idea that Vegeta has surpassed Ultra Instinct Omen, it's certainly a possibility. And I know it might piss some people off because that UI Omen form is very coveted by a lot of the fandom. And I understand why, but this is nothing new. I mean, Dragon Ball has always done this. Usually it takes longer for it to happen, but Dragon Ball has always had guys getting higher and higher levels of power. So let's keep going here. Also, I should mention, I forgot to say that this manga chapter is going to be called Reborn Vegeta or Vegeta Reborn. You can say it either way. Unless the title changes before publication. That is the tentative title that we have for the manga chapter. Vegeta Reborn or Reborn Vegeta. So that to me implies not necessarily that Vegeta is going to actually defeat Moro, because there's a lot of different things that could happen. 7-3 is still out there. We have Moro's forces. Majin Buu might get involved. Goku is even still out there, watching the fight. So we don't know for sure if Vegeta is actually going to get the kill, but the fact that it's called Reborn Vegeta or Vegeta Reborn tells me that he's absolutely got some kind of new power that is stronger. Like, in other words, the way it's being implied is that it's not just like a new technique, that his whole ideology may have changed. You know what I mean? His entire mentality of combat may have changed, and I'm curious about that. So, let's see here. We're gonna, it says here new Vegeta. That's what the Google Translate gimmick says. Even though that's not really right, I will be having full translations for you in the next couple of days. So like I said, subscribe. But it's, new Vegeta or Vegeta Reborn. That's the translation. There is the sketch from Toyotaro. Moving on here, let's take a closer look. Where are we going? Right here. So it looks like it's Goku and the rest of the gang watching the fight. Moro and Vegeta. Vegeta powering up. I'm pretty sure this is going to be either the first or second page of the manga. Like, this is very early on in the manga. This is not, to me, a major spoiler of stuff later on. You know what I mean? It looks like what's going on here is just they're doing a standoff. It's just classic Dragon Ball standoff. If you've watched it in Z, you know how these guys just stare at each other for a while. So not really much to talk about there. Here we have, what appears to be comments about Vegeta's newfound power and courage, but I don't have full translations on that yet. I will provide them to you, like I said, in the next couple days. Here we have Vegeta making the first move, attacking Moro. Very smart here because you don't really want to let Moro think. I think blitzing Moro, if you actually have a technique that can beat him, if you know you have something from the Yard Rats that can win, I think blitzing Moro is a good idea. That's a very sound strategy because you don't want Moro to think. The problem is that these guys give Moro the chance to think because of the fact that, he's a kind of a methodical fighter. You know what I'm talking about? So blitzing him, I think, makes the most sense here. Now, moving on here, we have Vegeta once again coming in. Again, this is all relatively early in the manga chapter. Goes for a punch. Moro blocks it. So it looks like right off the hop, and of course, Moro has a very confident look on his face. You see right there in the lower left panel. It looks like Vegeta's first punch is not going to connect on Moro. So the punch that we saw above, let me show y'all. This punch right here is probably going to come later in the manga chapter because the first punch, Moro just blocks it, which to me means that Vegeta might not be tapping into this ability beyond UI Omen that he talked about or that he teased. He might not be using that right away because one of the things that Dragon Ball tends to do, and we know this because if you've watched the series, you know that this is a common recurring thing, is that Vegeta and Goku and other fighters don't really go full out at first. They test the waters. They study their opponent. They use lesser forms or they suppress their power to kind of see and gauge the other person, either whether it be a strategical sort of bluff to kind of creep them out a little bit and to kind of give them a false sense of security, or whether it be to actually see their fighting style. This is something that Goku and Vegeta have always done, and that they're very smart for it. I'm kind of proud of myself here with the analysis, bro. I'm one take on this one, yo. I'm very proud of myself for that. I usually do one take videos anyways, but it's just coming to me, from all of my love of Dragon Ball that I'm sure many of you share as well. You know what I'm talking about, right? I don't have to talk the language to you guys. So, Moro with a counterattack here. It's difficult to tell exactly what this is, but it looks like it's going to be like a hook kick right there. There's his leg. He kicks Vegeta back. So, first shot, Vegeta goes for a punch. Moro blocks. Moro kicks him back. And not a good omen for Vegeta. Nah, it's way too soon in this fight. Vegeta could be testing to see how hard Moro hits, if Moro's even hitting him as hard as he can. I like this shot here of... it looks like what's happening here is Vegeta's flying back, and he flies right by Goku's face, and I really like that angle, really like that shot there. Vegeta going back, getting knocked away. Of course, he's just going to come right back, as you can see right here. He gets right back up, and Vegeta coming in again. Now, this shot right here, I want to really put focus on this one, the lower right panel. This shot, I think Toyotaro's taking inspiration from the shot where Vegeta, after Cell kills Trunks, when he comes back as Super Perfect Cell. This would be Dragon Ball Z episode 188. 189, excuse me. Dragon Ball Z episode 189. When Vegeta comes back and is about to attack Cell with those big ki blasts when he gets mad that Trunks was killed by Cell. He shoots one big blast at Cell first, and then he jumps up and starts doing the multiple blasts. It looks like that's what this is, where Vegeta is lunging in and attacking. Now, unfortunately, I cannot tell if that is Vegeta or Moro. I think it is Vegeta based on the power-up, so it looks like he is blasting. Now, this image right here, right above it, it's possible that Vegeta could be using instantaneous movement, but I don't think he is because he said he wasn't going to use it, which is kind of dumb, but I mean, that's what he said. Anyways, here we have, again, Vegeta coming in, big punch, Moro and Vegeta locked together. Everybody's doing the typical Dragon Ball reaction shots. Oh my goodness, Jocko's talking, Gohan's talking. Like I said, I'll have translations for all of this in an upcoming video. Moro and Vegeta, again, just squaring off. There's probably some insightful information here, but probably not anything too crazy because of the fact that the fight has just begun. There's going to be more layers to this. Remember, when they do these leaks, guys, it's only just 6 or 7 pages. The entire chapter is like, what, 40 to 50? So sometimes less, sometimes more, you know, give or take. So you're not going to get the entire story here. People are going to try and like come up with a conclusion based on just this, and we really can't come up with a real conclusion because there's so many other twists and turns that the arc could take, or even this chapter could take. You know, but I don't think the fight's going to end here. I genuinely do not think that Vegeta will defeat Moro in this chapter. I could see it happening in a couple of months, chapter 63, 64 maybe, but maybe even later on in the year. I mean, again, I don't think it'll be this soon. It's not going to be this easy. They built this guy up way too much. It's not going to be this easy. Now here, you know, it looks like Moro, he's going for a shot at point blank range. Vegeta, however, dodging the shot in a very sudden dodge, which looks like, now this is the big one right here, guys. This is the one I want to really focus on. It looks like, and I'm not saying it's Ultra Instinct, but the way he dodged that reminds me of the way Goku dodges in UI. In fact, sorry if you heard that noise. It was me hitting the microphone. I'm getting excited. I'm moving my hands around. I'm getting excited. So Vegeta dodges Moro's like lunging move or whatever, like, you know, it's like a palm strike, possibly a ki blast, and goes under him. And Goku has a very shocked look on his face, like, wait a minute, what is this? Is this like an alternative to Ultra Instinct, a different kind of speed that he learned from the Yardrats? I don't know, but look at it. I mean, just you tell me what you think down below in the comments. It looks like he's got some kind of incredible speed, which will be useful. Like I said, they're going to blitz this guy. So that is the end of the preview images. They really left us on a very interesting note here. What is Vegeta's new power? What did he learn from the Yardrats? Is it an ability that's equivalent to UI, at least in speed? Is it something else? I theorized in a video I did a couple of days ago that it's going to be multiple moves. It's not just one technique. I think the Yardrats taught Vegeta multiple techniques, and he'll be using these in combination against Moro in the upcoming chapters. So that's my guess. Let me know what yours is down below in the comments. Thank you again for watching, and on your screen right now you should see the video, the Vegeta Elemental Power video from earlier. Go check that out. It's a really fun video I did with a UI subscriber, and also my Vegeta versus Moro fight preview where I talk about in more detail the multiple moves thing and all that. So thank you again. Love you guys. Remember to take care of yourself out there and each other.